This will come on. We're good to go? Good, great. My name's Gareth Winston. I am the owner, founder and creator of ConciergeHub. We are a mobile order and pay solution which converts your customer's mobile phone into a food and beverage ordering device. We also handle table service, reservations. That could even be gym session slots or slots in swimming pools and live chat. Before I go any further, let me just quickly tell you about who we are as a business. So we're Hospitality Digital Services. Pretty much we do what it says on the tin. We're a cloud-based company and we provide cloud-based software as a service to hotels, bars, restaurants, and generally the hospitality industry as a whole. We're an innovation company, but more specifically, we innovate existing technology. Now, this is really important because in an age where actually the hospitality industry is on its knees, we can help them move forward with digital transformation by innovating their existing technology. Our software runs off the customer's own phone. We can integrate the order boards on equipment they already have, so their initial setup costs are very low. And then we can just look at actually increasing their revenue. We're a family-run business, and this is really important to us. You know, we have a local service, the smiley face. We're not just a voice on the end of the phone, but we have global reach. And because we have that cloud-based technology beneath us, we're very flexible in the way we work. So the how do we get to this point? Why ConciergeHub? Why ConciergeHub? So back in 2018, are you worried about this? Back in 2018, we went to the Hotel Tech Live show, and actually with another product. And the one thing we noticed was that digital concierge activity was on the rise. And this really was touch tech technology in rooms and in hotel bedrooms, kiosks, to robots, you know, and it's all fabulous technology. But actually, if you're going to roll this out over a hotel, a restaurant, a group of restaurants, bars, actually it's very expensive. And, you know, we all carry, I've got one here, we all carry smartphones, right? So how can we utilize this bit of kit that we all carry that doesn't use an app? And the doesn't use an app bit is really important because 65% of us don't want apps anymore. The app market is completely changing. So the why. We know that many hospitality businesses lose custom through queuing. Now, in an age, at the minute, we don't want to be encouraging queuing. And how often do you see a queue and you just walk on past because you don't want to? The breakdown of communication, 85% of your customer base or hospitality customer base don't actually want to talk to you, which is incredible, really, because we're a customer-facing business. But we're all used to be on our phones. We're all used to typing messages, and we have to embrace this technology. Sustainability, again, a big buzzword and really important. We utilize existing technology, and it's really important that we keep that sustainability going. Social distancing. Mobile order and pay is actually naturally allows you to social distance. It allows you to keep your space, control your own area and the risk of infection. And then we've been very fortunate actually to work with a lot of hotels in the UK. Our industry is software, you know, that's our expertise. ConciergeHub is a product that has been built by industry professionals who are fed into it. You know, we aren't square peg, round hole company. We fit like a glove, whether that be restaurant, bar, hotel. We've actually gone through the pain process. What are the pain points? And we started there. So who's our target audience? Our target audience is anywhere really that sells food and beverage. Stadiums, we can reduce the queues, seat service, pre-order and pay, and arrange a safe collection zone to stop the queues intervals. That could be theatres or cinemas. Restaurants, you know, we can turn your restaurant into a takeaway overnight, allowing your guests, or your customers, should I say, to order and pay and collect their food, or even deliveries. Bars for table service. Coffee shops, again, huge in America, pre-order, pay and collect. Not so big in the UK, but growing. You know, and we have this technology now that we can allow coffee shops to, you can roll out of bed, order your coffee, and collect on the way past. We are the first in the UK to offer appless technology to hotels, dedicated to hotels, who've actually gone through the pain process of how do you get the order from the customer? How do we get it so we know what's actually on the menu? We've looked at that process. And I'll go into a little bit more about golf clubs later, but we've got a very intuitive new solution, and we're, again, one of the only UK suppliers for appless technology onto the golf course. So what are our competitive advantages? I mentioned it earlier, we can convert your restaurant, your bar into a takeaway and collection. We have live chat. We're addressing that 85% of your customers who don't want to talk to you. Reservations, we can take a booking through the system, whether that be for a table or whether that be for a gym session or a swimming slot, anything you would like the customer to book into. Find My Room, we can navigate your customer around your hotel by simply then putting the room number in, and we send them text-based instructions. Allergens and intolerances, again, really important now. My laptop keeps going off. Really important now in that the customer can actually browse for their food based on if they're a vegan or vegetarian, if they have intolerances to some foods. We have a very intuitive system that allows you to build that information in. So, traction. We started back in 2018. We launched in September of 2019. We're very proud of the fact that actually in the last 2 or 3 months, we've launched 14 hotels. And to play a part in that, it's not just about bringing those hotels back online, but it's also about the people that come off furlough. It's jobs being saved. And to have a part in that, to be able to support hotels at this time is incredible. We're forecasting 150% growth by the end of the year. And we're currently working with a company here. We're launching in Paris in a few weeks. And on the back of this, 55 EU countries. And we're going global by 2021. Connectivity, because it's not an app, there's many ways we can get it onto the customer's phone. So if you've got a Wi-Fi 4G connection, first of all, that's the main thing. Then we can power it through QR codes, which you just scan, order, and go. Web access, if you don't have a camera which scans. You can link it from an email, booking confirmation, or it could be on your social channels. We can embed it into your website or your event organizing website. And then we can control the access through locational service on the customer's phone. It allows your hotel or bar or restaurant to service an area. So where are we going? We have so many options to us at the minute in our growth. And the hardest point is actually thinking about where we want to take this. But actually, we're launching the reservations now. We're currently translating for the 55 countries. Everywhere we go, we get asked to, do you integrate with EPOS? And the answer is yes. We know we're integrating with EPOS now and Lightspeed and a few others. But actually, we're not far off being at EPOS in our own right. We need the tail part of 2020. We're developing the software so we become an EPOS. We can actually cut their hotels' costs in half based on them using the major EPOS suppliers in the UK. And then we want to take this to the global hotel markets. We've already had interest from the likes of Hilton and a few other major players, so that's really exciting for us. Again, smart locks. Our dream is to be able to take a customer to airline check-in them in the hotel. We can navigate into the bedroom already. We can get them into their room. We can take an order. We can check them out, all through their own phone with no app. This slide shows a little bit of branding. There's a handful of a few we've done recently, and it kind of demonstrates the versatility in the way we can change the layout, the look, the feel, background images, colors, fonts, logos, that sort of thing. These next few slides, we can take you through a little bit about the system. So whether it be table service or room service, there's lots of different options. We can get this to the customer, powered off QR codes, off the back of their Wi-Fi. You basically scan, order, and then it pops up onto these order boards, which you power through a web browser. And they're very colourful, tells you everything you need to know. We have a full sales dashboard built in, so it's all about the data. So it's about actually looking at what's been ordered and when it's been ordered. We can say which QR codes are working, the locations are working better, the products which are better to sell. And it's all about the data. Live chat, I touched on earlier. Again, 85% of people who don't want to talk to you. Built into the system. We've seen an increase of 30% in guest communication across our hotels. This was prior to COVID hitting. It's a bit early days to actually run those stats again. But early days to run those stats again, given that occupancy is quite low in some of the hotels. But we expect that to be growing into the 50s, 60%. Guest directory, again, when you're anything that you want to frequently ask the hotel, you can load it into the app, again, to stop that human interaction, allow the guests to be able to find things out for themselves. On the golf course, we touched on this briefly earlier on. So we don't just offer the table service and the room service, but we also geolocate every hole on the golf course, so we can triangulate the golfer when he submits the order. Therefore, we can do things like send a buggy out to them. You know, they can order, and I'm sure we have a few people online who play golf. You can order your drinks for the 5th, the 9th, the 12th hole. You can pay for it off your phone, and you can choose how you want it delivered. So it could be a buggy, or you could be a collection point. It could be the half-time hole at the end of the game. Again, the system will know and trying to work out roughly where you are on the course. So it's quite a new system to the golf industry. You can even pay through your membership number as well, just to make it really easy for the golfer. We have a very intuitive product management system in here. So it's all unlimited, so you can create multiple menus. And each menu can have its own look and feel on the app. You can have multiple categories within those menus. You can create multiple items. And within the items, you can specify them to be 24-hour ordering if you want to. A lot of hotels run midnight munches. It gives them flexibility, so you can have cooking options against the food. It could be mixes against drinks. You may want to create packages, or you may want to create upgrades. The system will automatically try to encourage the user to spend more money. We know that 56% of paying guests will spend more on their mobile phone. And what we're trying to do is create a system that will prompt them. You've ordered starter and mains, let's give you a pudding. And we can do that through push notifications, just to encourage more spend. That is our presentation. I'd like to give you a quick demo if I could. I've gone offline. Should be back on now. There we go. Okay, so on the left-hand side is our dashboard. Let's give that a refresh to make sure we've got some internet. There we go. On the right-hand side is kind of what you'll see when you scan and load up your mobile phone. And then here, when you first arrive, you'll be asked to enter your table number or your bedroom location. And this is like an app on your phone. In here, we've got the Eat Out to Help Out scheme as well. And then you can go through and then you can browse the food, load into the system. So this particular steak here, we have cooking options. So you've got your rare, medium, and you've got what drink you like. So I'd like a glass of red. And I can also upgrade my ordering as well for some different style of chips. On the left-hand side here is a dashboard. And if I go to the order board in here, just go through into the order board, you'll see an order already sitting there. This is all mobile friendly as well, so I'll show you afterwards how it scales to different sizes. But if I then put this through, so if I put my name in, and you can collect as much information if you want to. We can even use ConciergeHub as track and trace, so we can store the data in the system, and you can specify how long you want to store it for as well. So we're a fully GDPR compliant solution. And then you can pay, and you can choose how to pay. So in here we've got credit debit card, we've got credit to table, or we can do pay now. And then you can order. This then sits in here, and you'll notice straight away the order's popped up in here. There is actually a ring that's clearly not playing, but it rings. It sounds a bell, and it keeps ringing until it's picked up. You know, this gets around the whole issue of orders being missed or lost. So you simply pick it up, and every time you do something, it changes the customer's phone. So it updates them to something's happened. It means they haven't got to have their phone on. They can go and have a shower. They can do what they want to go and do. It sends push notifications through as well. As we go through and complete the order, again, it updates. And then finally, this one, we're going to take the payment, and it updates the customer's phone. They then have options. They can then download the receipt. So again, they haven't got to worry about emails floating around. They can even send us a live message back. So again, I can click on here, and then I can write a message, which will go through to our live chat service. That is a very quick tour of what we do. Hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll be open to any questions.
Perfect. Thank you, Gareth. But we've only got a couple of minutes. I'm just going to take a quick seat. We've only got a couple of minutes. But I think one of the questions that I think I'm really keen to ask is, obviously, bearing in mind that, all right, the concept of this was 2018, but actual launch was 2009, back end of 2019, yes. Just before the global pandemic crisis hit. Not the best time in the world to be launching something like that, especially into an industry which has clearly been most affected. I'd love you to talk me through perhaps just some of that journey and how you've weathered that storm over the past sort of 4 or 5 months.
We were quite fortunate, actually, that the government couldn't have written better legislation for bars and restaurants who use table service apps. We were there prior to COVID, and we put a lot of thought into the process. A lot of hotels were looking at ways they can contain their social distancing, control the risk, removing things from hotel bedrooms. All of a sudden, we had this product which they could, the guests can request things back in if they need it, which allowed them to strip things out. They can order their food and drink from the safety of their own space, range. They can control the flow of people in the restaurants because we allow them to actually select a time to go and pick it up. So, you know, initially we thought, oh no, what's going to happen? But actually, we've seen huge growth. You know, to be able to launch 14 hotels, yes, there are other people in part of that to get them live, but to say that we've been part of that, you know, to say that we've been able to support them through that process, allowing people to come back off furlough, saving jobs, is really nice. It's really nice. You know, from our sort of family-run business point of view, it's where, you know, we would like to be.
Yeah, absolutely. And then that goal is really to go international, and then what? Tell us a bit more about that.
There's a big call in the industry to be for an all-in-one solution, especially in hospitality. There's lots of you have a PMS system, you'll have something will check you in. That, you know, we've now got food ordering. Actually, there's a big call to have it in one solution, and you know, we're 60% of the way of becoming that one solution. You know, there isn't one product on the market which is everything. You know, and we'd like to become that. Way down the line, maybe we will become a PMS. You know, we could take, like I say, we can take a guest from check-in to check-out and control and manage their journey through every step of their stay, just using their own phone with no app. Is kind of where we want to be, and that's where the hotels want.
Fantastic. So we just had one question come in. So in regards to ordering hospitality via apps, I've found other systems fall down when I want to customise and advise about my food allergies. Is this something that ConciergeHub accounts for?
Absolutely, yeah. So for each product item, you can assign whether you are vegan, vegetarian, dairy-free, or you have intolerances. So, and then whenever you order food, you can filter everything by your intolerances or what you can eat. Generally, you know, I've based myself in many hotels, as you can imagine, over the last few months, and just sitting and listening to customers, it's actually the first question they ask. And you know, to be able to do it themselves, because they don't actually want to talk to you, you know, it's a game changer.
Yeah, absolutely. Brilliant. Right, well, we are right out of time.
Okay.
Thank you so much for joining us, Gareth. That's absolutely fantastic. If I can ask you to step down.